What's up, guys? I'm Nobody Special. And just when you think the situation in the supply chain couldn't get any worse, now we're hearing stories about shortages affecting Taco Bell of all places. Not the tacos. Not the tacos. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jack Gamble, and I'm Nobody Special. And the unfortunate news today is that Taco Bell is running out of some items. If you visit Taco Bell's website, you may notice in the upper left-hand corner we have this unfortunate message. Sorry if we can't feed your current crave. Due to national ingredient shortages and delivery delays, we may be out of some items. Why did it have to be Taco Bell? You know, it's been a year since I've eaten at Taco Bell. I dropped a lot of weight this year. I've been working really hard, and cutting out things like Taco Bell has helped both my wallet and my health. But I just felt better knowing it was there. Just knowing that those delicious little unhealthy messes were there made me feel better. Now that I know that's not an option, God, if it doesn't make me want more. Anyways, now if this sounds familiar to you, it's probably because I've been talking about the situation at U.S. ports and the situation with the truck driver shortages and wage pressures for a while now. All the inflation story rearing its ugly head in the most obscure corners of our supply chain. Well, today it's Taco Bell of all places. It seems Taco Bell is in particular struggling with things like beef, chicken, sauces, and in particular 10-inch tortillas. Now, I'd love to sit back and take credit and say, you see, I told you back in March when the Fed announced that they were going to print $7 trillion this year, there was going to be a 10-inch flour tortilla shortage. Nobody could have seen that coming. But this is a case of unintended consequences. In this economy, supply and demand are way out of balance, and these most random shortages are popping up. We've seen similar stories recently. Chick-fil-A announcing that there was a wing shortage. Ketchup packets were in short supply. Dipping sauces were in short supply. We've even had lettuce in short supply. Lettuce, right? Did you ever think you'd miss the lettuce on your taco? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's suddenly this shortage of lettuce because the Federal Reserve dumped all this money into the system and people are like, I know, let's go out and buy more lettuce, right? We didn't create a run on lettuce when we printed all of this money. So what's really going on here? Well, the restaurant industry is in the crosshairs because it's right smack dab in the middle of this perfect storm of wage pressures, people not wanting to come back to work for low-wage jobs in particular, a sudden surge in demand caused by the lifting of the lockdowns. People haven't been able to go out to eat in a long time, and they're suddenly doing it in droves, and the industry was not prepared for that, combined with a breakdown in the logistics supply chain in this country, as there's so much stuff flooding into this country and so many things trying to be moved around because of all this economic stimulus that there's just not enough capacity at our ports and there's not enough truck drivers. All of these things are coming together to create this perfect inflationary storm in the restaurant industry. And so far, the restaurants have been unable to cope with it. Now, we have the answer to this problem, and unfortunately, you're not going to like it. Are you ready? The answer to this problem is higher prices. Prices must go up. We need more inflation to solve this problem. I know that may come as a shock to you, but right now, supply and demand are out of balance. There's more demand than there is supply. Prices must go up, or these shortages are going to persist and they're going to get worse. I know we don't want to see our prices rising, but unfortunately, that has to happen. The system has been thrown out of balance by all of these trillions of dollars that's been dumped into the system. It's created excess demand, and supply hasn't risen. Actually, supply has gone down because now there's wage pressures keeping people from re-entering the workforce, and that's affecting production. If prices don't go up, this problem's going to get worse. Employers have to pay more to get people to come back to work. And to offset those wage increases, they're going to have to raise prices. And that means the consumer is going to have to pay higher prices at the store or at the restaurant. Unfortunately, the solution to shortages is higher prices. And as long as we keep printing more money, as long as there's new money entering the system, and the productivity is the same, prices must go up. Shortages will persist. If we raise prices across the board, these shortages should lessen. All right? If employers are willing to pay a higher wage, then the labor shortage won't be as big of a problem. If transport costs go up, then the shortage of the drivers won't be as big of a problem because people will stop shipping so much stuff if the cost goes up too far. And if it costs too much to eat out, people are going to stop eating out. Unfortunately, the solution to all of these shortages is higher prices. So we need to stop acting like higher prices is a choice. It's not. Higher prices is the inevitable result of dumping trillions and trillions of dollars into the economy. Unfortunately, we've made that bet already. The time for debate is over. It's already happened. Prices have to go up in order for supply and demand to achieve equilibrium. Pricing is not a choice. Pricing is the natural state where supply meets demand. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell. It would really help me out. In the meantime, live small and dream big.